it's been like having these two kids to deal with.
It's been amazing. It's awesome.
Yes.
It's a little crazy at times, but that's all right. It's kind of what we signed up for, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't sleep well, but other than that, they're super good babies.
We just kind of have trouble during the night.
A little bit, yeah.
But they're pretty smiley most of the day, so it's pretty fun.
We had been trying for several years. We essentially started trying as soon as we got married just because we knew that I had some sort of thing going on. We weren't sure what. And we had gone to several doctors. We had gone to a couple up in Idaho, in Utah, and then down here. And everyone was like, oh, your issue is polyps, or oh, your issue is hypothyroidism, or oh, it's just an anovulatory thing. And then I think down here is the first time we got tested for like my ovarian reserve, and that's when it kind of came back that I had ovarian dysfunction. Russ is perfectly normal, but
Wow. Medically.
fertility wise. But yeah, I just went to my yearly checkup at my OBGYN, and he referred me to you guys, and so that's kind of how we found you. From the beginning, I felt like everything was very, like, straightforward, and everyone was really
I appreciated
kind.
the transparency for
Yeah. But I think it went as smooth as anyone could hope it would be. So
sure. Yeah, we
that
got
was nice.
pretty darn lucky as
Yeah.
far as that goes.
Quick answers. Felt like we got into the cycle pretty quickly. Not like rushed or anything, but I didn't feel like anything was frustrating, really. I mean, aside from going through IVF, but no, everything seemed really smooth. So we really were happy about that.
I said living with unknowns for so long. I don't know. That was really tough for us and tough for me. Just taking it one day at a time. There's not much, a whole lot else you can do. Just trying to keep that perspective of like this. There are answers to be found. We just might not know them, in the next few months. Which is hard to swallow sometimes.
Yeah.
But I've come to terms with that and just finding the resolve to be like, okay, we're gonna keep working on this till we know everything that there is to know. Essentially, that we've tried everything we think we can try. So coming to that conclusion, I think helped a lot.
Yeah, and I think as far as IVF goes, like even just getting started, because I was always like, oh, we'll do the initial things, like maybe we'll do IUI, stuff like that. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna do IVF. It's too much. It's too big. It's too if it doesn't work out, it's just too expensive. And so for me, it was hard just to start. But then once we did, that was kind of just went all in.
I'll always remember hanging out in like the post-op room, like after they had done the transfer, and you were really loopy, and you're like, "How did it go?" And we just kind of hung out there while you were kind of recouping for 30 or 40 minutes, and kind of hanging out there and be like having that moment, like, okay, like game on, like it's like
I kept making sure. I kept asking if you had gotten breakfast while I was under, and I think I told one of the nurses that I was going to write you guys really great reviews.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to get the reviews right when you're on the propofol.
I'm very nice coming out of anesthesia. And just honestly, like, I'm kind of interested by like the medical side of everything, and I felt like all my questions were answered, which was kind of cool, just because I don't know, reproductive part of the body is super fascinating, and it was cool just to be able to ask questions and know what's going on with what's happening with me. Great. I don't think
top
there's
notch for sure.
I don't think there was anything less than an awesome experience with all of the nurses, the embryologists, everyone. Like you just
Great.
I don't know. I think as far as like going through stems and everything, I would say it is and it isn't as scary and as big as everyone says it is. I guess just kind of relax and go with it. And also to find a support system with people who've gone through the same thing. I know that's really helped me a lot. And so I found several like Facebook groups of, you know, moms who've had babies through IVF that were all do it around the same time. And that's made it from like something that could feel kind of alienating, like, oh, you know, you couldn't get pregnant on your own, to like a sense of community, and that, you know, I'm part of these mothers who had to kind of go the extra mile and really wanted to start a family. So it ended up being a good thing.